exploring the car. My name is Rockus down here on YouTube Live. Wait for some people to join. We're gonna do a quick little couple minute talk real quick right here. Hello, I can't talk. How is everybody doing out there? Well, I'm not sure if anybody's out there joining yet, but let's get into talking about our time. Has our timeline been altered? Now, what's very, very interesting is going back deep into Strega lore, into mysticism, Italian mysticism. Now, this is a very interesting topic, something that I have been talking about for many years now. Now, we have an ancient force that is called the Capinera. Now, what is this word Capinera in Italian? Capinera basically means man in black. It basically means a mysterious figure in black. Now, forget about what you've heard about men in black from ufologists and the UFO community. Yeah, Spartan in the chat room. Skay, Scott, everybody, G Reporter, everybody jumping in. Everybody's jumping in now. Sup, everybody. So, this is only going to be a quick little broadcast. We are going to go live too from my house, pre-show as well, because I'm going to be doing a live chat, and we're going to be selling crystals online too. I'm going to be doing a big sale this weekend and this next week. Yeah, they are like agents, like you said, and I've had other people tell me that there's I don't know if it's from, I don't watch TV, so I don't know if it's from I forget the name of the show that somebody said that shit, I can't think of it now. The same of the show where there's agents like this. Now, first of all, forget about what you've heard about in the UFO community about regular men in black, because I do feel there are government agents that might be involved with this as well. Like there's government agents that might look like these beings, or there's a replication of these beings as well. Now, in the Strega underground, in Italian mysticism underground, going back as far as recorded history goes, and as far back as tales have been passed down, now we have a very interesting and very important family custom called the Veya. It's spelled Veglia, but it's pronounced like Veya. This is a very important gathering by different shamanic communities within the Italian culture. Now, they would also have suitors where different families would have men that would come and sort of like put in an application to marry the daughter of the Strega lineage. During these Veyas, which would be like a fireside bonfire sort of ceremony and gathering, where they would be even acting out plays and dramas of the ancients. And within these little skits that people would play, there would be ancient information in there. And one of the main ones that is talked about is the Capinera. Now, this is very mind-blowing, because if you take our modern-day description of the men in black, there's there's a lot of similarities that is mind-blowing, because most people in the UFO community have no prior knowledge of Veyas, of the Italian culture, because I am one of the only people that are going to be out there talking about this, because these Italian hereditary oral traditions stay secret within the family. And I'm just mentioning it, but I'm not going into the depth of some of the secrets that are relayed within these gatherings. One of them is about the Capinera are said to come to the ancients, ancient mystics, ancient psychics, ancient people with knowledge of the occult. And a lot of times in the past, going back hundreds and hundreds of years even, in the woods, there would be mystics. There would be people that practiced shamanism and paganism and all of these specific spiritual technologies. And they would be alone in the woods. And they would have their own little cabin in the woods somewhere, or somewhere in the mountains, secluded from the rest of the population. And there's reports of these people that are secluded in the woods with all of this occult knowledge, this secret knowledge, that they would have experiences with mysterious men in black that would appear. And they seem to be dressed according to the times, but a little off. Like back in the day, they would appear in the woods to people all alone that are practicing certain healing techniques or shamanism techniques, or have certain knowledge of spiritual forces. They would appear to these beings. These beings would appear to these people. Some black garment, very concealing garment, some sort of hat that's very concealing, some sort of, no, nothing like a golem. A golem is more like an artificial intelligence monster created through divine codes and Kabbalistic codes. But these beings are specific encoding within our higher dimensional matrix that can manifest in our physical reality for short periods of time. Now, I can't explain exactly how this works, but when they appear, they either change the information that you know, take the information that you have and wipe it from your memory, or they can actually teach people information and help them in certain cases. Now, these people are time jumpers. They are said to be able to come and change the reality or change the timeline by certain things. And they're not looking to get rich. They're not looking for gold per se, or diamonds or artifacts to make them rich. It's not about that. They're looking for artifacts that can change our timeline. Sacred scripts, sacred tablets, sacred scrolls, sacred technology, sacred information, hieroglyphic walls, sacred monuments. They go and they pretty much alter the timeline by changing these things. And it's my understanding that the Qumran findings of the Dead Sea Scrolls is related to these time-jumping Capinera. And tonight we're going to be going deep into this topic, because I do believe it's a high possibility, and that when we're entering 2020, we're actually entering into 2012. And it's very interesting to talk about this, and I do feel CERN is related. Now, these beings are fully connected to the Grigori, to the fallen angels. They are some sort of firewall, some sort of program. It could be like equal to almost like a computer program that activates. And when someone is close to the truth, and when someone is about to have a very interesting finding and sort of move themselves to a higher vibration through the spiritual technology that they've come across, or if someone has fallen upon information that they're not supposed to have fallen upon or come across, these beings will appear and they will alter that situation, suiting their specific designed mission. And these are what we call the Capinera. They would appear to people in the occult, people that have occult knowledge, people that are usually all alone, and they would sort of not only manipulate the information that you've come across, but manipulate your consciousness in some sort of way as well. So it's very, very interesting talking about this, and think about that we have modern day black experience. And when they have clothing, it's said that their clothing literally looks like it was printed. Like the black would be so black, perfectly black. If it would, sometimes they would even appear back in the day to the ancients in black, like animal skin, but it would be like so perfect, so out of ordinary. So this is going to be a very interesting conversation, and I'm going to be doing a show on this information and other related information tonight on Truth Frequency Radio. So stay tuned. Support me, PayPal at themysticalspiral.com, and of course, Spiral out.